It supports our programming. It supports our staff.
And this is exactly why we have always said every dollar counts.
Hi there, it's WAMC News Director Ian Pickus. And on this episode of the WAMC News Podcast, we get ready for the first $1.25 million WAMC fund drive. The last time we were all together in this room on this podcast, we were getting ready for the October fund drive, which was obviously going to be a test for us and for the station. Now, the February fund drive is all but upon us. We've been raising money in the locked box, and there's a new goal. So in our last moments before we're all losing sleep over the February fund drive, Stacy Rosenberry, WAMC interim CEO, is here, and Amber Sickles from the membership department. Hey, guys.
Hey, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Amber, let's start with you. The February fund drive is typically a very important one. What's on the table this time around?
Well, like you said, Ian, we have increased our goal for this drive. It's the first time in 13 years. 2011 was when we increased the goal to $1 million. And after years of preparation, I think it became obvious that it's time to do that. And we're now raising $1.25 million going forward.
I don't know if you have done the same thing I have, but I've been thinking about my own consumption and donations. So we always ask for $100 for a general pledge. Now it's $125. Like a lot of things are a little more expensive this time around. But Stacy, why do we need to raise the money?
As you pointed out, everything is costing a lot more these days. Inflation is obviously on the front of everybody's mind. You can't, go to the grocery store without spending significantly more than you did even a year ago. And our costs are going up. We have rents at tower sites. We have rents and agreements with our bureau chiefs. Electricity. We've got 29 locations that we need to power, and everything's going up. And as you said, it's been since 2010 that we've even addressed raising more money. I think that's pretty impressive.
When someone makes a pledge to WAMC, you mentioned some of the costs that have gone up. What else does it support?
It supports our programming. It supports our staff.
And this is exactly why we have always said every dollar counts, because it adds up. Looking back at the rate of inflation from 2011, we're up by 36% comparatively. That's significant. We all, like Stacy said, we all know we're all feeling it at home. So the same with the station. And, we have a lot of trust in our board and a lot of trust in our CFO, Jordan Yoxel, and they've been preparing us for this for a bit now. I think that we want to be sure that WAMC is here going forward into the future. We have a lot of support from our listeners, and our listeners are with us, so we're gonna give back to them what they're asking for. So this prepares us, and we're really happy to be moving forward this way. And I know our listeners are going to come through.
100%. And, as Amber said, every dollar counts. And Ian, you pointed out that, from 100 to 125. But to become a member, there is no threshold. Anything you give, you are automatically a member with WAMC, because it doesn't have to be 125.
Right. And that's always been the key, is that, we've got the people who are able to give, $50,000 in a fund drive. And obviously that goes a long way. But having sat in that room for many of these fund drives, you know that just having the phone ring or the email come in, no matter the amount, keeps the momentum going forward toward the goal. I want to talk a little bit about how this fund drive and the last one have gone. Obviously, we've had some changes at the station, and we've had some new blood in Pledge Central, Amber, and that was kind of interesting to see. I go into a bit of a trance when I'm at that table, but you get to watch it and hear it with some remove. It seemed like it went pretty well last time.
It really did. I think so, too. It felt great. And you're talking about the new on-air folks during the drive that you heard. You heard from Nora, who's from our business department. You heard from Josh Landis, who you typically just hear giving the news. A lot of other people who you haven't heard before, but the response was great. There's a more diversity. Everybody gets a chance to talk about why they love WAMC. And then live, while we're fundraising, we're getting donations and comments and emails from everybody. And it was a wonderful response. And we were so glad. It gives us a lot more to work toward. We can keep building up these folks who haven't been here as long as others. I think it's a great opportunity for us, and it's a great opportunity for our listeners.
Yeah, for our listeners to get to know our staff as well, get to know who's here other than the handful of people they hear on the air every day.
So this time around, and sometimes these themes emerge as we go. I remember doing an entire night crew around the Grateful Dead Hour and Metallica at one time. But what are some of the things we'll be focusing on in this fund drive in terms of on-air and partnerships and stuff like that?
We love our partnerships. Right now, we are working with the food pantries for the Capital District. Again, we're talking about inflation. We're talking about the need for WAMC, but we cannot forget our communities. We try to help as much as we can, and our listeners have already been writing to me saying, I want to put something in the locked box. Please put that toward a community partnership, because everybody is feeling the need. It's not just us, and I hope that everybody understands we're doing the best we can to make sure that we're helping, our partners. We work with the food pantries a lot. We work with a lot of other folks. You'll be hearing about them probably around Tuesday of our fund drive, so tune in for that.
I don't want to be telling tales out of school, Stacey, but I think it's fair to say, and I'd love to get your thoughts on this, that we faced a fair amount of adversity as a station in the past, year or so. Is it rewarding to see that October went so well in the fund drive, and now in February we've got a great start with the lockbox? It seems like the listeners are, standing by us, and they want us to keep doing what we do.
Yeah, our members are fantastic. They are always there for us. You point out adversity. I don't know that would be the word I would necessarily choose, but I am incredibly proud of what our staff has done in continuing to, support each other. Everybody felt great after the October Fund Drive. It's reaffirming not just that our members are there, but that, we are working together toward a common goal of looking ahead and growing as a station, not just with our, dynamic programming, but in diversifying and just moving forward in the future.
If I can add to that, I want to say that any challenges that we've been facing in the recent past, I think have only gelled us together more. And it really has helped the whole staff sort of come together and know that we have a common purpose and we all need to pitch in to get over the hump a bit. And it's really created a great family. I know we talk about that a lot, but it's true. And you can see it in some of our pictures. Go to our Facebook or our Instagram and you can see the smiles and the camaraderie. I think it's great. All to say that that's what makes WAMC. That's what makes us better. And that's what gives us that strength and common goal to move forward.
The thing that I notice in the news department, and because I get a lot of the messages, happy and unhappy, which they're all important, but a lot of people count on us to do certain things for the community, and they know that, hey, if WAMC doesn't look at this issue or report on this story, it might not get done. So that's been the thing that I've focused on probably since the last fund drive when we've had the retirement of our longtime Springfield reporter. We were quick to replace Paul Tuthill with a new hire in Springfield. We're keeping our partnerships with other stations going, our footprint, in a lot of places across the Northeast. And I have noticed on a lot of my conversations with other places that the truth is it's a lot easier and cheaper not to do what WAMC offers. You could save a lot of money and have a smaller fund drive if you didn't prioritize local and regional programming. And that's really, I think, what we do the best.
100%. And we're not cutting back at WAMC like you see a lot of other public radio stations doing. And a lot of other public radio stations are banding together in order to keep moving forward. And we've been really lucky. Yes, we've got partnerships We rely on other stations for stories that maybe we can't get our hands on, and vice versa. But for the most part, we keep doing what we've, as you've said, what we've always done best, and we're not making those significant cuts.
Okay, let's wrap up with this, and I will give you my answer. So I'm going to put you all on the spot. Go to Fun Drive Snack, because we know the food is a big part of it. What do you got?
Go to Fun Drive Snack.
What are you feeding people?
That's a good answer.
Peanut M&Ms.
Garlic bagels, 100%.
Bagels.
I'll cop to one Fun Drive. The person who was in charge of picking up the drinks was like, "We're going through so much seltzer this time. What is going on?" And I think that was about
We all
90%
know that's
me.
you. That is not a surprise.
We did move a cooler in.
Yeah, we did.
The Ian Pickus Memorial Seltzer Cooler.
We should put his name on it.
Oh, I would be honored to have a seltzer cooler in my name.
I mean, not memorial, but
Well, the February Fun Drive is here. We will be doing it from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. until it is over. It's a $1.25 million goal. It's a lot to ask, but we know you'll be there. If you're a listener to this podcast, you are using a WAMC product, and believe me, it doesn't just get there. So thank you. You can make your pledge at WAMC.org. We'll see everybody on the air. And Stacy and Amber, I know it will be a very challenging week, so good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Ian.
good luck to you, Ian. You're going to be the one on the air.
I'm resting up the voice right now. Okay, that does it for this episode of the WAMC News Podcast. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you for your support of the station. Until next time, I'm Ian Pickus.